kinda expected both Lyney and Lynette to be like Rosalia and Lilia, but oh well. Lynette's design is so fucking cute, and I don't know man, her design is just making me feel things, I swear to god. Come here, meow meow! And for some reason, they put straps on Lyney. I'm not complaining though. Wait, are they like legal? Before the video starts, I would like to mention something very important, which is according to the YouTube statistics, 89.5% of you guys are not subscribed. So if you were to enjoy today's video, please give this video a like and subscribe because they will be helping us by a whole lot. Or if you want to watch us, more, they'll be nice. Starting off the video, I would like to say several things that you might want to keep in mind. At first, this whole entire video is going to be discussing both Lyney and Lynette and how they will affect each other as well. But after taking a look into their kits, both are very complicated and unique in their own ways. So we decide to be discussing Lyney now. So we decide to be discussing Lyney now, and we'll be discussing Lynette ever. Oh my god, their names are so similar. Right, throughout this video, obviously, everything we say about Lyney is going to be our opinion, aside from the facts. So if you were to disagree with any of our opinions, you can always feel free to say it down below in the comments. But of course, please don't get yourself banned by YouTube. The information throughout this video is obviously taken from a certain source that we will be keeping a secret and will not be showing any images of it. And the reason for this is we don't want to get any types of copyright strike by MiHoYo, and apparently showing a slight image of any kinds of, leaks is gonna get us fucked in the ass. So we're gonna be refraining from doing that. Throughout this video, we're gonna be comparing Lyney to some other characters as well, only for reference and to get the gist of his multipliers so we know potentially how much damage he will be doing. And the 1000% that I'll be mentioning is all going to be in level 10 to make things easy. Lyney here is a Pyro Bow user, and Lynette's base stats are pretty standard, more or less like Yoimiya's, and nothing special for like example, Ayaka's high base attack. Lyney here also ascends on crit rate on the same level as Yoimiya, which is 19.2%, which is actually really nice for, just making things more convenient when building him. And in terms of basic attacks, he will be doing 4 consecutive, is that even how you say it? Whatever. Alright, Lyney's damage on basic attack are nothing that special and aren't even close to Yoimiya's multipliers, losing by like half the damage. Though over here, he has 2 levels of charge attack starting with level 1, which is the same with any other bow characters, with the exact same multipliers percentage with Yoimiya. And for level 2, he fires a prop arrow or a quote-unquote prop arrow or something, which has 100% more multiplier than his level 1 charge attack. When it hits an enemy, it will be summoning this kind of like hat that can taunt enemies once every 5 seconds. When he is above 60% HP and doing this level 2 charge attack, he will consume 20% of his max HP in order to get a stack of prop, which stacks in 5 stacks. And this HP he loses will be received by the hat. And of course, we're going to be talking about these stacks later on. It's going to be related to his, his hat. When it is destroyed, it will do a single target attack that does fire damage, which has a multiplier of 481%, which is double the damage of Amber's Baron Body, with the same characteristics as you can break this hat yourself with a charge attack. This hat also lasts for 4 seconds unless broken. His charge attack also shoots an extra bullet with a 68.26% multiplier, which is actually doubles of Yoimiya's Kindling Arrow, which you can, on Yoimiya's, I think, 2nd level charge attack, I don't really remember, which is on 29.52% multiplier. And this will be appearing every 6 seconds. When he uses his elemental skill, he will unleash some kind of AoE pyro attack that scales off his stacks that he obtains when losing his HP, which we discussed before. This also breaks the hat that he plays on field. So if you were to do a level 2 charge attack, summons a hat on the field, using the elemental skill will explode the hat as well. The skill also does the same amount of damage as his hat, that we discussed before, and it's like a double explosion when using the skill. Using this will also heal them back 20% of each stack that he gets, and the cooldown is 15 seconds. On his elemental burst, hear this out, this is really unique actually. He can turn himself into a cat that has like increased movement speed. And when he uses the skill, it will be raining auto-target pyro attacks on enemies. And on initiate, the damage multipliers will be around half of Eula's cryo slash when she uses her elemental burst. But the explosion damage, which is like the secondary damage when the ulti ends, will be equal to Eula's explosion damage multipliers. This is quite crazy. Though Eula's damage does stack, have a like stack bonus, but Lyney here is not a physical character. He can do melt. He is a pyro character, so this might be dealing like a huge amount of numbers later on. Not only that it explodes big damage, but it also summons the hat back to taunt enemies and whatever you want to do with it. So it basically just summon the hat, or I don't even know if you call it a passive or not, but you get the point. The cooldown of this elemental burst is 15 seconds and the energy cost is only 60. So we might be able to restore his burst really quickly. And at least now we know for sure that energy is not going to be a problem for him. This elemental burst might be some kind of nuke when built and used correctly. With that aside, let's talk about his passives. First, he can display nearby resources in Fontaine, which will be convenient for resource gathering and also exploration. And on his second passive, when doing charge attack and summoning the hat, the pyro damage dealt by that hat will deal a bonus of 80% of his attack. And when enemies are affected, well, fuck. Okay, erase the end. And for his last passive, when enemies are affected by pyro, his base attack will be increased by 60%. 60%! And in addition to that, the more pyro characters other than Lyney you have in your party, the more this buff gets better. And that is because for each pyro members you have in the team, you'll be gaining 20% to this damage increase. And across, and for this buff in specific, it's going to be up to 100% increased damage, not base attack, but the damage. But it still might be cracked as fuck, because this is basically doubling his damage, 100%, that's insane. This passive also might resonate with the Lava Walker's artifact set, but we'll be discussing that in another video. And also there's another thing that might be really interesting for this fact. This means that there might be a new meta coming up, which will be a full pyro team, and that is also for another video. For his constellations, on C1, every 15 seconds Lyney can summon an extra hat on the field that also, when destroyed, gives him an extra stack. So basically this is gonna help him do more damage, and at the same time also gonna give him more stacks, and I'm pretty sure also is going to be giving him more energy. And on Constellation 2, this might be as broken as Raiden Shogun's Constellation 2. It's gonna be increasing 20% crit damage every 2 seconds for Lyney being on field. And this is going to be maxed on 3 stacks. So like 60% more crit damage is possible when using Lyney on the field. For real though, what the f***? On Constellation 3, of course it's normal as any other characters, but not really the same. This is the first time that I've seen something like this. It's gonna increase his normal attack talents by 3 instead of his elemental skill or burst. Or maybe this I might have missed someone that has this kind of thing before, but my brain has really bad memory, so like it is what it is. On Constellation 4, if you hit an enemy with Lyney's charge attack, oh my god, I almost said Lynette, their pyro resistance will be decreased by 25% for 6 seconds. This not only will be really good for himself in being a DPS character, but can also potentially be a nuke support for someone like Hu Tao. And for Constellation 5, it's going to increase his ulti level by 3, and for Constellation 6, he will fire an extra shot on his charge attack level 2 that is actually the head's projectile, but considered as the charge attack. Of course, after discussing every single thing about this, there is one big question that I'm pretty sure everybody wants to know. Will he be in meta? And in our opinion, most likely yes. And most likely even bring a new meta into the game, which is going to be a full parity meta. This character will probably even resonate really well with potentially level Walker set and the Wanderer set. And of course, we're going to be discussing this further in the future videos. And he can even possibly be a new character. But even if he's not, we know for sure that he is going to be a DPS character. And not only a DPS character, but could possibly be a top pyro DPS. This is really interesting because we might do a Hu Tao versus Lyney video. Someone finally defeating the pyro queen, not clickbait gone wrong. Anyways. And this character also ascends on crit rate, and this is gonna make him way easier to build, and you might be able to obtain cracked ass ratios, like when you build someone like Yoimiya or Hu Tao. And for his hat that he uses, that appears on his elemental skill, charge attack, and elemental burst, he's going to be able to taunt enemies pretty consistently, even if it's every 5 seconds. I'm pretty sure this is actually pretty good. We don't know if Genshin is gonna fix their taunting AI because sometimes it doesn't work, but this might be pretty good because they're not gonna be aiming at you. Or if Abyss were to develop, like, you know, the old floor 11 where there's a turret in the middle and you need to defend it, this particular skill might be quite convenient to have. And for those who are going for his constellations, all of them, I mean all of them, are very, very strong. Well, if he were to turn out bad, I would still love a trap with straps.
最初の律者その律者